best to be in alignment and then do something rather than this indecisive energy. So that's actually your soul's wisdom coming through and guiding you on that. The guidance card literally fell out when I said guiding you on that. Hi Scorpio, thank you so much for being here. My name is Carly and this is going to be your February 2023 intuitive energy read. Let's go ahead and get started with the Angels and Ancestors Oracle deck here. Now Scorpio, I want to share a win here. I was able to produce my first ever song with an incredible artist, incredible musicians, incredible creatives, people who are just really gifted at doing what they do and what they share in, and you know, audio engineers. We had a fantastic person who did the mixing and mastering, so I'm going to leave that song below. It would mean all of this goodness on my face and in my being right now if you could check it out. Yeah, it's just a dream of mine and I'm living it, so I just wanted to share that. And please feel free as well to please share what your dreams and your wins have been lately. Leave them in the comments below. I will definitely read them and support and uplift and just like celebrate with you. Okay, let's go ahead. So I'm going to get a lot of the cards first, and then we'll do more of like the reading and touching base on that after. Unless something comes through throughout the reading that just wants to be acknowledged in terms of this energy reading for you, Scorpio. But let's go ahead and get started here. We have Shale and Master, be graceful in movement and action. Traveler, move in a new direction. And Protection, Guardian, drop your shields, okay? So I need to acknowledge this like really quickly. I am getting a little bit of a intuitive impression around sacral chakra for you guys. In terms of like dropping, I don't know if there's been something like feeling the need to protect yourself. When we talk about sacral chakra, we're talking about the energy, the expression, in terms of a sexuality, a sensuality, emotions. Sometimes shame can be associated and correlated with that. Sometimes guilt can be associated and correlated with that. Pleasure is often correlated with that as well. In all of its formats, right? Like sexual pleasure, pleasure on the day-to-day, like reading a book and just doing what you want to do. Like it could be like anything, even like enjoying coffee in the morning or like really being present to your sip of tea, anything that's really pleasing to you. I was feeling like this little bit of resistance within the sacral chakra too for you guys for, yeah, just a little bit of resistance there. So just, you know, just bring peace there, allow peace in there. All is Gucci, all is well, all is okay. Imagine if Yoda said that. If any of you guys know Yoda from Star Wars, I just want to hear him say all is Gucci, all is well. That right there is gold. Okay. Even laughter can help to balance that out there a little bit. Stag, trust and thrive. Trust and thrive. Ooh, yes. Okay. Let's keep it moving. Divine Feminine Oracle deck. Here. Khadija, the mother of believers, I am spiritually and financially abundant. I provide heaven and earth for myself. I provide heaven and earth for myself. Lilith, let me get this. The first woman, I am the voice of my body and soul. I choose the life that I desire to live. I am the voice of my body and soul. I choose the life that I desire to live. Okay, let's keep it moving. I'm getting more of like an impression of where this is going and energetically, but let's you know, be graceful, be open, heart-centered. This is the Chakra Oracle Insight deck here. Let's see what's happening for the Scorpio. My beautiful, beautiful Scorpio family for February 2023. Let's go, inner being. What is happening? So the relationships card did want to fall out too. Maybe some of you guys need to drop your shields around certain relationships in life. Maybe some of you guys want to be a little bit more, I want to say perpetuant in movement and action around certain relationships in life. That was a lot of cards. Let me keep shuffling here. Drop your shields, be graceful in movement and action. I'm seeing white light energy around both of those cards, and a whole bunch of the cards from this deck fell out on top of that. So take that as a sign and symbology. Presence. 44, awareness, attention, reality, and connection. Getting a highlight around the word reality. We're going to touch base on that in a little bit. One more. Okay. It's almost like this energy too of like wanting to jump forward and not really committing or going with a decision or an idea that feels really resonant and that feels really good. And that's okay. That's okay, because the frequency, the signal of your being, it's best to be in alignment and then do something rather than this indecisive energy. So that's actually your soul's wisdom coming through and guiding you on that. The guidance card literally fell out when I said guiding you on that. Because okay, here we go. Because when you're in a state, it almost feels like jitters. It almost feels like this energy of like, I want to do this, and I want to do this, and I want to do this. And it's like you're dipping your toe in this, you're dipping your toe in this, but there's no real movement forward into this reality that you're like choosing. But that's actually your soul's guidance, because you know, like when something is like a full-fledged yes, like there's no quiver in your body about it. It's like, yes, like I want that chocolate cake. Yes, I want that. That's you in alignment. And that's all that you're doing, is you're literally following your own wisdom, okay? Albeit there are some things within all of these different choices that there's little gifts, there's little remnants there's little pieces with the conscious awareness to all of that, to access and to integrate and to learn from, to navigate from, to implement. And it doesn't have to be like a hyper focus on it. Just have to be present to it. That's it. Yeah, presence and guidance. Let me get a few more, let me go in with the tarot here, but I got a good feeling that I know where this reading is because I can just feel it. Desires, number 12, goals, passion, craving, and fulfillment. Goals, passion, here, sorry, I feel like I have to cover it up because of the YouTube guidelines, but goals, passion, what did I say? Goals, passion, craving, and fulfillment with desires, number 12. Again, this is a sacral chakra card, and that was the energy I was picking up on at the beginning of the reading. Vision Quest Tarot here. Let's see, clarify. One second, guys. Okay. We got the Scorpio, Chaos, and Daughter of Fire. And this is to go with this card, so the Drop Your Shields. And remember at the beginning of the reading, I said this feels like it's around the sacral chakra, like to drop your shields around your sacral chakra area. So if you're noticing shame around a specific thing within your life, or the feelings of guilt, or, you know, like when there's something where it's purely for like your pleasure, and it's, you know, it's not harming anyone else, it's not harming yourself, it's like literally in the highest good, like something that just feels good for you that you want to go after, but it's like, again, like dipping your toes in, not fully going after it. I feel like the Drop Your Shields is something around that. I don't know like what has been feeling like chaotic in that sense, but I see you guys, I see you guys coming back into connection with Creator, and coming back into connection with like the larger picture and the larger being and reasoning of who you are in all of this in February 2023. And it's a really, really beautiful insight too that I'm seeing as well. Fullness, we have fullness here, which is like emotional, just feeling emotionally good. And I feel like there's, for some of you guys, I feel like there's something that's going to click in February 2023. For some, this may be like something that you've wanted to click, and it's in relation to your sacral chakra. So again, anything to do with pleasure, anything to do with your emotions, anything to do with creativity, with passion, with like desires and creating the life you want to create, anything like that. I feel like it's going to click in a way, and you may be called to speak up about something. It may not be, or it may require of you pure love, like to speak with pure love. And you can ask for guidance and support with this too, if this is like one of those like trickier conversations. But you may be required to speak of something, or to do something, to action something in a specific way. But this is going to bring you like really good success, and like emotionally, like you're just gonna feel good about it, okay? And you are really supported in that. And this could even bring you into moving into a new direction for your life as well, okay? Just in like a very general sense. Which is also why at the bottom of the deck, Lilith card is here. I am the voice. I am the voice of my body and soul. I choose the life that I want to live. So ultimately, at the end of the day, it comes down to like, this is you and this is your life. Like, this is your life. And like, how do you want to feel? Like, you know, when you're like nearing the end of this life and you look back, how do you want to feel? Like, what's going to matter? What's going to really be important for you? What's the thing that you want to do right now that you're like, I'm living my life. Like, this is my life. And like, this is what I want to do. This is the energy, okay? Yeah, I definitely see you guys coming back into connection with Creator, with yourself. And I feel like this is definitely to do with your desires. Honestly, for you guys, I'm getting this sense of energy of like, with where you're at in life, you want to shift it. Almost like it could be dramatically, like just wanting like a completely different life, or wanting a completely different like how you're living life. Or it could be in terms of like money. Like say like you're making like, I don't know, like say like you're making, for example, say you're making like $15,000 a month, and you want to shift it to the point of like, say you want to make like $30,000 a month or $50,000 a month, like something like that, because X, Y, and Z, because you want to have like maybe more time to hang out with friends, maybe more time to hang out with family, because you want to travel, because you want to go to spiritual sanctuaries traveling, because you just want more ease and freedom for you, because you want like to do something different with money, or like whatever it is, right? That's just money. That's like just as an example, but there's so many different facets of life that complete the beautiful picture of who we are and how we're creating ourselves and how we're creating life. And this is your life, and you get to dream it, you get to do it, you get to live it and be it, right? It's about taking that graceful action and movement in that, right? But like like the Shaolin master is here, right? You see the master here, and look at, that is centeredness. This is the energy of centeredness, of like looking forward in the direction of where you want to go, being secure in who you are, and yet being graceful. I always like think to myself, and I have like my own inner thoughts about security, because you can tell when someone's really secure in who they are. Security isn't loud. Security is very, very quiet. I find that the people who are the most secure in who they are, they can walk into a room. They don't need to overexert anything. They can just walk and just be who they are. And a lot of the times you'll actually notice a lot of others around them will actually look towards them, or will gravitate to them, or will ask them for questions, or compliment them, or praise them, or something, right? It's because that security, it's so integrated within the body, within the being, that like it doesn't need to be loud, because the silence, not even the silence, just like the beingness of it, it's so present and it's so pure, and it's just, yeah, it's great. It's powerful. It's amazing. Yeah, and then you guys also had 10 of Fire oppression fall out. So I was asking, what does that, like, what's being oppressed essentially, and what came out was Lovers. So for some of you guys, this could be like a potential romantic connection within your life, where maybe that's like the talk that you need to have with somebody, or maybe that like desire has been like oppressed, something to do with like love or lovers, but it does feel more romantic. It's like, okay, hold on. This life is so beautiful, and it's here for you now. And that's just it. It's here for you now. It's here for you now. So you get to choose, and like whichever choice made, it's okay. But just know that like if you do want it now, it's here for you now. And if you prefer a different aspect within your life right now to be present to, that is here for you as well. Okay, but just to be mindful that to not be oppressing any desires when it comes to love or romance or anything of the sort. The alternative too that I got for another portion of Scorpios here is the Moon card. Okay, so this talks about oppressing self. The Moon card really talks about going within, looking at ourselves. Notice the woman here is holding up another moon to the moon, recognizing her connection, that she is a part of this, and she's looking at herself. The moon is reflecting back, right? And the water in the picture talks all about emotions. And even the wolf in the background who's howling at the moon, right? This is like calling to self. So for some, could have even been like not fully listening to self, not fully acknowledging self. And I do feel like this is more like in terms of desires, in terms, don't ever let, hold on, let me get the energy. You are beautiful. You are perfect the way you are. You are immaculate. You are amazing. You are God in a physical human body. You are Source in a physical human body. You can be, do, and have anything. The amount of capability that you have that you do not know of yet, that I do not know of yet, but that we, our souls, know. Oh my gosh, the amount of shock and surpriseness that humanity would go through to know what we can do. Immaculate. Whatever dream, whatever desire you want, yes. Yes, okay? So please, you are amazing. Follow what feels good for you. You are loved. 10 of air, negative thinking. There could, I feel like this is more like background, like it's dissipating. There could have been negative thought patterns and stuff, but I see you guys coming into more self-security, which in turn manifests more security as well, okay? Yeah, you guys are being, and you can even be present to security and acknowledge that within your life as well. You also had Son of Water that came out, Transformation, and Hermit. So yes, I am seeing success in going within, looking at all of the emotional, just acknowledging all the different emotions and feelings and really being successful in that and really seeing yourself. And just some of you guys I'm even seeing like could have like a really beautiful self-love moment where you're just like holding yourself and seeing yourself and like jumping in the races again. It's just so beautiful. It's so amazing. Yeah, but the magic is always within. The magic is always within you, and it's so beautiful and it's so immaculate, and there's just so much reasoning to why you receive certain desires at the times that you do, and the fact that they come to you and through you in that specific moment, and that's just so much cause for celebration. So I just want to say that. Bottom of the deck is Contemplation, Four of Air. So you guys definitely could be contemplating a little bit in terms of like life, dreams, goals, desires, how you're living, how you want to live, what's going on in life and stuff, or any specific area of life. I'm being highlighted to this though. Just do what feels good. Just do what feels full for you. And like what I'm even getting to is do what feels good, and do what feels good in terms of sustaining that goodness. So if you were to make the decision right now today of like, okay, this is what I want to do and it feels good right now, can you honestly sit with yourself as well and say like, okay, this same decision, if I'm living this in 2 years from now, in 3 years from now, can I actually picture myself in this scenario 3 years from now? And how do I feel immediately first go in that? And if it feels good, that's an excellent sign too. That's something that I'm getting as well, okay? Yeah. Yeah. For some of you guys too, I'm actually getting like, I don't know if you guys do Dr. Joe Dispenza meditations, but I'm feeling like that will be supportive as well. So yeah, thank you. Thank you, Scorpio, for being here. And if any of this resonated in any way, shape, or form, please feel free to leave a thumbs up, comment down below, share, subscribe, tag all your friends and family. Just thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. I see you. I acknowledge you. I love you. I see you. I acknowledge you. Thank you for just being you. All right. And I will see you guys on the next video, March 2023. See you guys.